Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Salty Beans channel. I'm Stacy,
I'm Meg.
and happy anniversary!
It is our 1 year. Okay, by the time comes out, it's going to be a little after our 1 year anniversary, but it's our 1 year anniversary of doing these commentary tracks. We've had quite a year of interesting movies to do, from good movies to bad movies to meh movies.
So, we have rekindled our friendship since the disaster that was Shark Tale, and, and have decided to continue our testing of our friendship with Swan Princess 2. Our first commentary was Swan Princess, so we thought in our 1 year anniversary, Meg will go back on her promise and do Swan Princess 2.
Fuck me. I said I would never watch these sequels. I swore it to myself. Oh god, it's like I can't make promises of movies I'll never watch ever again because of these commentary tracks. I just can't anymore. I'm gonna be able to have to watch all the movies I swore myself I would avoid. So, but here we fucking are. All right. So, well, for those who haven't seen our first Swan Princess commentary track and don't want to watch 30 minutes of us cracking jokes at it, I guess we could give a brief synopsis of what we thought of the first movie. It's not good.
I think I like it more than you do.
Yes, you do.
And yeah, I do. I really like Odette's design the most. And I do kind of like her as a character in the beginning until she completely goes back on her idea or her perception of Derek after the whole "what else is there" fiasco. She does a sudden 180 when it's like, I must kiss the man I love, and that's Derek. Like, is he though? Is he really? That's all you got is Derek. I do find the movie entertaining, although we can both agree on that we do hate Derek a lot.
God, what a flippin' asshole. He sucks. The worst male protagonist since many, but he's up there.
Yes, he is a useless bag of Brussels sprouts.
As Rosa put it so eloquently. I think the movie is a victim of being too much like Disney. It's very clearly trying to rip off of the Disney formula without understanding why the Disney formula works. So it's a movie that does not have a clear-cut identity, because half the time it's trying to be its own thing, and the other half of the time it's very clearly trying to be another Disney princess romance film, and it just does not understand why those are as good as they are. Basically, only Disney can do the Disney formula, except maybe Anastasia, but even then that kind of departs from the Disney formula a little bit.
And Disney just eventually buys Fox, so she is a Disney princess now.
There you go. It was fate. But yeah, so now we're gonna watch the second movie. So I've never seen the second movie. Full disclosure, never seen it, and I have no idea what the fuck it's about. So yeah, I have no idea what I'm getting into. All I know is that this is a movie that takes place after the events of Swan Princess, and people hate Derek in this movie even more. So that's nice.
I also haven't seen this movie fully. I have skimmed through it quite a bit for Odette footage when I'm editing. So the only thing I know about this footage is what Odette does. There's also this really 80s love song that irritates me.
Okay. So specific.
Just, I don't know, something about the tone of it. It's just, ew.
I guess that means this is a musical.
Yeah, I do know there's at least one song in it, so. Oh, and also the animation quality kind of tanks, but it is a sequel, so.
The only sequel that improved on its animation quality was Frozen 2.
Yeah, the movie's gorgeous.
God, that movie's so pretty. I'd rather be watching that instead of this.
Me too. I got some things to talk about with Frozen 2. We can save that for later.
Yeah, we'll probably get to Frozen 2 at a time at some point since we did the first one, and we both have thoughts. Not bad thought, or at least I don't have bad thoughts about Frozen 2, but I don't know about you. But we definitely have thoughts on the movie.
If you would like to watch Swan Princess 2 along with us, you can over at patreon.com/the night130. There will be a link in the description for there. There will be a link in the description as well.
This seems highly elaborate. Some Guardians of the Galaxy 2 shit going on here.
He seems like a good guy. I trust him. That's also sarcasm, by the way, in case people don't hear it.
Do people not know when we're being sarcastic at this point?
I don't know. I figured better to be safe than sorry.
Oh, you'll need to present him with a gift.
Oh, good catch. Don't let me forget that.
So clearly not the same voice actor for Roger.
I don't think for Derek either.
But they managed to get the girl who did Odette back. That poor woman.
Odette awaits you for dinner, sir.
Oh, thanks. I'll be there in just 2 minutes.
More like 20.
3 minutes in, and I can already see Rogers being the MVP again.
They've been married for a year, and Derek is still shitty. Honey, leave his ass.
He's a huge fellow with an ugly face. He's got powerful arms.
They can understand animals now? Wait, where was this transition?
Magic.
Stacy, it's not even 5 minutes in!
To lead a daring young prince into a trap.
Don't tell anyone, Puffin. Especially Odette.
Your life is in danger. Why are you not telling anybody?
Yes. The classic, let's keep everything from the person who absolutely should know about this. Because that always makes for a great relationship. This movie teaching the most important morals.
From now on, you come first. Everything else will just have to wait.
I can see why I married you. You're so good at saying you're wrong.
Is he though?
Is he though? Well, I admit that was actually like one of the scenes where I'm like, is he admitting he was wrong, that he needs to be a better supportive partner? Okay, I admit, I'm paying attention. I'm interested to see where this is going. I don't think they're actually going to go anywhere with it, but I appreciate the fact that they're acknowledging it. Also, the stigma in movies and TV shows, I'm going to go on this rant. The stigma in movies and TV shows where it's like, I forgot our anniversary. It's literally not that big of a deal. It's a day. If it's like you're at a point in a relationship where it's like you know and trust each other enough that like forgetting an anniversary is like not the biggest deal. It's like it's not the biggest thing in the world. It's not the end all to your relationship.
Yeah, I think it is something that can be celebrated later if something comes up. It's not an end all be all. We have to celebrate on the day.
Don't be sad, don't be blue. We still think you're nifty. You're still here, you're still kicking, even though you're 50! Oh, that he should even mention the very number!
What's wrong with 50? You're kicking at 50.
The fact that she looks that good at 50, good for her. It's like, hey, you know what? There are a lot of really good looking and and awesome people who are in their 50s and stuff like that. You know, like don't knock people who are in their 50s.
She's very active. I mean, she looks great for being 50.
How many plots does this movie have so far in the first 10 minutes?
Derek's life is in danger. There's Rothbard's brother, not brother, who's trying to steal some magic. Derek isn't a good husband. It's his mother's birthday.
And none of these plots revolve around Odette, even if she's the main character. So glad that this movie stuck to its roots and literally never caring about Odette's character.
Odette, I'm really sorry, but some big clues have come up. I gotta go after this guy.
What about your mother's birthday? Surely these clues can wait a couple of days, can't they?
Mother's just gonna have to understand. I've gotta do what's best for the kingdom.
Derek does have a point, because his life is in danger. He's the next in line to rule this kingdom. He has an obligation to find out what's going on. And it's causing chaos in the town. There was a fire last night. He needs to figure that out too to keep the people safe.
I hate the fact that this movie is making me side with Derek.
Happy birthday, Mother!
Is that a clown? Oh, fuck off. God.
I hate this. Get out of here, Pennywise. I'm just getting, like, flashbacks to it. No.
Oh, well, there's been a little change in our flight plans. Our new destination? My place.
It really is Pennywise. What the fuck?
How did he hide all that beard in that mask?
Pennywise. He's magic. Don't question it, Stacey.
You're right. I shouldn't be questioning this.
Get her in the pen!
Don't touch me!
Okay, that was actually funny.
You will walk 5 steps behind me. No more, no less. Come.
What a queen. What an actual queen. I like her.
This is fun. I actually like this with the
I do
Uberta.
too. I like Uberta. I'm not sold on the villain.
I've always liked Uberta, even when we watched the first movie. I thought she was a lot of fun and had a lot of personality. I'm glad that they kept that in this movie. But again, why does she have more personality and more plot relevance than Odette? This should have been Odette. Like for real, like it should have been Odette in this role, just being like, walk 5 steps behind me, you prick.
They could have also used that because she would have learned from the first movie and then put her here where she can fight. She knows this routine.
Exactly. I get it. It's the Mary Jane effect. You know, why are we watching them getting kidnapped again? You know what I mean? But it's like, if you can do something different with the character, then I think that's fine. The interesting part about a character being in a similar scenario twice is that now you get to see how they've learned from the first experience when they're in it again. But if you just do it the same thing over and over again and nothing changes, then that's when it gets repetitive and boring and infuriating.
If I'd had been there for her birthday, this wouldn't have happened. It's my fault. I've got to go after her.
Yes, of course. You must.
Now, Odette, you're understanding when someone gets kidnapped, but not when the town is in danger from a fire?
Well, she wasn't really, like, mad at him when he forgot the anniversary, but she does seem to be, like, disappointed. I guess it's, like, kind of mentioned that this has been, like, a repeated pattern of just, like, him constantly, like, putting something else over her and just finding, like, different ways to do it. But I do think that this movie did a bad job in, like, having it be a valid excuse. Like, a town being on fire is 100%. So if it was, like, something else, then I feel like the movie would have been better at having us be more sympathetic towards Odette. But it's just making me like Derek more, and I don't like it. Why does Odette not have a character? This is frustrating, because I literally said last time, I was like, Odette has a character when she's not fawning over Derek. But this whole movie is her fawning over Derek, so therefore she doesn't have a character.
That's what you do for a friend. Oh, that's what you do for a friend.
You know how you said you would never let me forget having us watch Shark Tale?
Yeah.
I'm never gonna let you forget for making me watch this.
No. This is for a special reason that is for our anniversary.
I'm suffering, Stacey.
I'm suffering with you. I don't like this. This sounds like a song they would put in a training video for employees to keep attention.
Such a specific example. You said the first song was very 80s. This feels very 90s. Odette is the main character. Why is she playing the support to everyone else in this movie?
Nope, that's not going to work.
I really love Uberta. Look at, she's making the evil henchman decorate her cell. She's amazing.
It's so funny, effective, and just it makes me really like her as a character. And it makes me mad the fact that they put more effort into her scenes and her character than they did for Odette.
I would rather this be like a spinoff and it focus on Uberta.
Isn't it already a spin-off focusing on Uberta? What character, what screen time has Odette had?
Okay, so it is supposed to be Derek and Odette are the main characters. Supposed to. They're not doing that, which is what makes me say this should be a spinoff.
I don't know who you are, but when Derek comes back...
Wait, Derek, bitch, why don't you do something for once?
I know, she can like take a knife or a candelabra or something. Arm yourself.
There are silverware on the table. Stab him!
Wait, what's his name?
I don't fucking know, and I don't care.
We don't even know the villain's name.
No. I can see I'm gonna have to lock you up in the tower.
Girl, hit him! Slap him! Do something!
Your legs are free! You can kick him! Your other arm is free! You can punch him in the face!
It's you! Rothbart, little stew!
Here we go. That's it. That's all there is to it.
This has gone on way too long.
We literally... Odette! Why haven't we come back to Odette? Oh my god!
Really? Why am I rooting for Derek to get killed?
Because nobody likes him. Also, the movie is doing a pretty good job at, like, her making... Or... Release sounds.
Don't hurt the dog! No! No! Oh, I thought he was gonna shoot the dog. Oh my god.
That would have made you hate Derek for eternity. Since last time we learned that Derek had basically a swan fetish, do you think he's more turned on when she's a swan?
I'd imagine, yeah.
I don't like that. An 80s rock villain song. Because this movie thinks it can be Labyrinth now. We can be as cool as David Bowie, apparently.
He has a good voice, I'll give him that. I don't think it fits, though.
But I also kind of like it.
It's better than the other two.
That wasn't much of a contest.
Fuck! Why is there a random ass tree in the middle of a cavern?
I love how that's what made you lose it.
He's been dodging swords, logs with spikes on him, and now he gets plot armor with a random tree.
I don't believe in the sentiments of Gary Stu / Mary Sue. I think they're such bullshit, like, phrases in terms of writing. But Derek is a Gary Stu.
Do you really think it'll change your back?
Me don't know if it be moonlight or if it be Rothbart's spell that changed her back before.
I literally feel absolutely nothing. My soul has been drained.
I also don't get what they're hoping for. I mean, I get it, but I don't get why they think it would work. It's not Rothbart's magic.
I'm sorry.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I was about to say, wow, this movie understands consequences, and nope.
Why? Why?
What? And now he's alive. Hello, same animation from the first movie.
How?
Derek?
Wait, the spell is broken permanently now? What?
It is?
Because it's daytime! Hi, this is Meg's ghost. I have now ceased. Put it on my tombstone. Died from Swan Princess.
I don't get how she changed back into a human. It wasn't Rothbar's magic, unless I missed the line where the orb of magic was Rothbard's magic, but it shouldn't have worked. This is way worse than the first Swan Princess. So terrible.
After I finished Swan Princess, I admitted it was better than I had originally thought it was. Like when I first watched it, I really didn't like it, and then on rewatch, I was like, okay, so it's still not good, but it's got some good elements. It had the potential to be a good movie, but it just had too many elements that just sucked. And I've said this before. Also, the Swan Princess ballet is not something meant for a screen adaptation. It's just not. Every single screen adaptation of it is just garbage. All of them. I remember when I was talking a little bit about it in the first review, somebody was like, well, the Barbie one is good. No, the Barbie one sucks too. It also doesn't make any sense. Granted, the male character is so much better than Derek, but it still doesn't make any sense. It's just not a story meant for a screen adaptation, and this sequel further cements that. This sequel is the victim of not knowing what to do with its main characters, so we're going to focus on the side characters the entire time. Literally, Odette and Derek have little to no screen time, and all of the other screen time is dedicated to the side characters. Berta, the animals, Rothbart's lady sidekick from the first movie, the villain. Like that, those are the stars of the film. Odette and Derek, they're hardly in this. They hardly have an arc, and they hardly have characters. And I just kind of find that kind of insulting, the fact that they would just throw away their listen. I hated Derek, but at the beginning of this, of like Derek saying like, I should be a better partner to you, we're on a good art. I was like, okay, that's a good way to start. Recognizing the fact that he probably wasn't a very good partner from the previous movie and is continually still not learning. And then so now he has to learn that throughout this movie. That's good. But Odette doesn't have an arc, nor does she have a character, so why do I care at this point? And of course, Derek doesn't even learn anything. His arc isn't even about that. It's thrown away halfway through the movie, so I'm just exhausted. The treatment of female characters in the 90s is so unbelievable. And Disney had it all right. It's kind of amazing how good Disney had it. Considering there's so many other movies in the 90s that just treat female characters so badly. And this kind of started to bleed over into the early 2000s as well. I feel like the reason Disney got away with it for so long, or not got away with it, but was good at writing as many female characters as they did. I'm not saying that they always nailed it, but to the extent that they did, I have to imagine it's because that's something they market towards. They market towards girls, so in a way they're good at like actually giving the girls characters and not just and not just being a man's object. But so many other movies were just like, I cannot tell you how happy I am that this is not the norm anymore, of just female characters just literally being nothing but to serve the male character in some way, and being the most utterly useless pieces of Brussels sprouts ever. I'm so grateful we've moved past this. Like, God, you look at the movies and TV shows we've gotten in the past recent years, there's been a drastic shift in how female characters are portrayed now. I'm not saying all of it is still good. There are some out there that just don't always nail it in the best way possible. But the fact that we've progressed as much as we have, I can't tell you how grateful I am. It's like, because watching this stuff is so infuriating nowadays.
I do like what they I kind of like what they did with Derek, about him making a point and realizing I need to be a better partner. I should be treating you better. I don't think that pairs up well with when his kingdom is in danger, though, because that is a valid reason to not go to your anniversary dinner or to help plan your mother's birthday, because it's the kingdom and it is literally his job to protect the citizens. Like, that has a point. He has a point. And with Odette's disappointing look to him, towards him, it just makes me think that she doesn't get it. If it was something else besides the kingdom being in danger, I would absolutely understand Odette's feelings of being second to whatever Derek is doing and to not feel like your partner is there with you. So say they were going to have their anniversary dinner, but then Rogers comes in saying, Derek, I need your help to write this new law or something. This new rule. Okay, disclaimer, I am not royalty, so I don't know how this stuff works. I'm just trying to make up a scenario.
What are politics? It's like...
Yeah. So something like writing a law can wait for a day or two. It can at least wait until the dinner is over. But if Derek left to help write the law, you can have Odette feel disappointed in that. And then once you have her disappointment, you build up to, oh no, the kingdom is in danger. And then maybe have Odette start helping track down who is attacking the kingdom. Give her something to do. Give her a reason to help understand why Derek is so busy, why he keeps missing these dates and appointments and all that. Don't just have it be, there's a fire, I gotta go, and she's angry. Or disappointed, not angry.
I'm so exhausted. This movie really, I felt like this movie was like a vampire. It just sucked all the energy out of me. I don't know, man. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. It was like the same feeling I had after watching Home on the Range. Just, I'm tired and I want to forget about this movie. And I never want to see it ever again. I don't have.
Yeah, this movie does feel very forgettable.
Yeah, I don't know. I have nothing left to say. So our next movie is very different from.
Yeah.
It's very different. For starters, it's not a kids movie.
Oh, very not a kids movie.
It's very not a kids movie. And this is the first animated movie we're doing that's basically meant for adults. So disclaimer. It's very different from what we've done before. It's not a kids movie. It's also done by a pretty well-known animator, and I've heard not good things. I've seen parts of it. Parts I have seen are not good.
I know I've seen it once. I know I've seen it the whole way through, and I don't remember a whole lot. I remember just the movie was weird. It was weird.
It's a movie with a really interesting production history. I'll give it that. And it is 100% a weird movie. But more than that, from what I remember from when I saw it, just remember being very sloppy. It's a very sloppily made movie. Not a lot of it makes sense, and it's leaning a little too hard in the not being for kids. It feels like it's kind of rubbing in the fact that it's not a kids movie, and there are aspects I don't like about that. Basically, like, it's very interesting how they present like the main female lead in that film. Is, I think, the most I'll say. Also, this movie has an interesting cast. Is another thing I'll say.
Yeah, I remember when I first watched it, there was an actor in there that I was so surprised. Like, oh, you're in here? I didn't know that.
So yeah, this is gonna be a interesting film to do, and I think that's it.
So thank you for sticking with us through this Swan Princess 2 movie. slash spin-off, I don't know, whatever it was. And again, if you would like to watch the whole movie along with us, you can over at Patreon. The link will be in the description. And we will see you next time. Bye!
Bye!
That's what you do